Okay, now it's time to talk about Double or Nothing. First up, let's see what these matches looking like. We got Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling.
Yeah, there's no way Hook is losing to either one of these guys. Even if I took Tony Nese seriously, Hook wouldn't lose in this match. And no offense to Tony, I like Tony. It's just,
we see how
he's just another guy with Mark Sterling right now. They haven't really given you much, but at least you're doing this. This is something, and it's not completely a comedy, even though I'm expecting some comedy spots with Mark and Danhausen being involved. So I'm expecting something to be fun, but maybe the whole match would be a good time though. I'm going with Hookhausen.
Me too. Kyle O'Reilly versus Darby Allins.
New addition to this. I was really rooting for Darby to pull through and be the men's representative in the final. Yeah. And be like one of the AEW originals to win that Owen Hart Cup. Even if it's Darby, I wouldn't have minded because at least, it would have been someone, a day one person. But it is what it is. And I don't mind the stuff him and Kyle have a great match. Kyle is awesome one-on-one. I'm glad people – it's funny to me. I feel like Kyle O'Reilly, when he was in his singles run, no one cared about him in NXT. But now in AEW, he's starting to get a lot more praise as a singles wrestler. And I'm just like, if you knew, you already knew. Kyle is awesome. He's always been great in the ring. Not just WWE, but like before that, Ring of Honor, New Japan. Anyway, besides that, I don't necessarily know where to go with this. I'm thinking I'm going with Darby because it was kind of like a last-minute type of thing, and he's trying to get revenge for what happened to Sting. So I think I'm going with Darby Allin.
I'm gonna pick Kyle just to be a contrarian.
Not mad at that. I can't. Maybe he gets some help and can beat Darby because Darby don't have help. I wouldn't be mad or surprised there, but
Bobby's the X factor.
I think Darby can find a way.
All right, Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay.
Yeah, this one is kind of tough because this is like a rematch. At least I know they've definitely had this match in the past.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know if that does that bode well for Anna. That now she gets another crack at it. It'll just be. I'm going with Jade Cargill one because she's one of the highlights on the show, one of the biggest highlights every week, whether it's a promo or just her moments, her presence. She's awesome. So like that's a good enough reason to pick her anyway. But another reason why is because if Anna Jay won here, it would just feel so abrupt. You know what I mean? Just be out of nowhere. Felt like because especially when we've been building this streak up to this level, and you just let it be beaten by someone who's already lost to her, someone and it wasn't really much of a build for Anna. It isn't like Anna on a 20-match win streak herself or something. You know what I mean? Maybe she is on a streak because of like Dark and all that. But what I'm trying to say is they haven't been. It's not a whole story behind, Anna possibly being the one to take her down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
So I'm going with Jade Cargill.
All right, me too. Mostly because she's just hitting her baddie stride.
Just really getting good. Yeah, exactly.
So I want to see how this character develops and how that continues to go down.
And with that being said, with a baddie section, most likely they will start to get involved, and I think this is the perfect time to get them involved in this situation, especially with Ty busy doing other stuff. Also, besides that, I do want to say this right now before we go to the next one. Chris Statlander might be a great natural AEW original pick to finally beat her. Just saying, you do it right, give it a slow build. I don't know. I'm only just selecting that because I think she's obviously one of the most over, but she's just she's the best original besides maybe like a Sheeta or maybe even like I love Riho, but I don't see Riho getting that victory. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to think of of the original faces. I feel like anybody else doing it who just come in, I don't necessarily think they would be. I think another original should do it, or maybe you could build another name.
Yeah. From
taking down Jade also. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
I agree. We want to see because this since this is the first reign, first of all.
Yeah.
And since Jade has been so dominant, we need to see somebody that could legitimately
yeah, and they got to build them up.
Yes,
yeah, like not really just out of nowhere, in my opinion, and just
Don't just pick the number 2 ranked person and say go fight Jade. That ain't right.
Yeah, I think it should be a story behind the winner winning.
Yes. Okay. Then we got House of Black versus Death Triangle.
This is a tough one. I heard someone made a great point that I would love because they're so awesome. Like they tweeted out that I really hope that the finish for that match is both teams have a war, and then they just all hug and join together because they're so awesome. And I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. The Death Triangle and the House of Black actually fit together. They would fit rather well, in my opinion, because they all got the darker aesthetic. Other than maybe Ray Phoenix, but even he can fit.
He's so sparkly.
Well within, yeah, he can fit. He fits well within. He stands right next to somebody like Penta, who's the definition of darkness when it comes to his gear, especially in this obscure role right now. But anyway, we'll see. I'm going with the House of Black. I think they should get the victory. Continue to build them up. I think they can be a force whenever the trios titles come in. They'll be a great pick to eventually win them if they actually do it and they're still around. Same thing with Death Triangle, but I don't necessarily know if they're gonna still be around to do it. Part of me feels like Death Triangle maybe should win this because they had kind of been getting the worst side of this story for the majority of it. So part of me is like, okay, yeah, Death Triangle is probably gonna get that moment. But I don't know. I just think I'm gonna go with House of Black.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Death Triangle mostly because I just don't like House of Black.
You don't like them?
Nah, I don't like them.
Wow. Okay.
And it's not even like character wise or personality wise. It's nothing. It's not even in real life. I don't know. I just don't like them. I can't explain it.
Okay.
They're doing their job.
You have an unrational.
No, they're heels. They're doing their job. I just don't like them.
Okay, I got it. So you're basing it off that. What I will say is about the House of Black is that
out here bullying Fuego.
That has come to their detriment. I don't understand that. I mean, maybe it's because of the storyline injuries or whatever. I mean, real life injuries with Ray Phoenix probably is a big reason why. But like just chasing Fuego around, like y'all can spend your time doing anything better than that. So I didn't like that, but I think that makes my reason even better. It's just like they've been kind of aimlessly running around. Let's finish this Death Triangle feud by just giving them a victory here. But let's do it. All right, let's go next.
All right, next we got Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Paige Van Zandt versus Sammy Gavar, Frankie Kazarian, and Tay Conte. The stipulation being if Scorpio and his gang win, then Gavar and Kazarian can't challenge for the TNT title as long as Sky is the champion.
Okay, well,
that puts precedent on how you gonna decide this.
Not really, because I don't care.
Okay.
It's been like by far the most confusing feud with people turning, and I guess Sammy and them are baby faces now again. I don't know.
They are.
I don't know.
They are babyface.
It's just I don't know. It's just this whole feud. I just want it to be over. I don't care. Honestly, I'm going for. Part of me is hard to bet against Paige Van Zandt. It's her debut. You know what I mean? It's tough. I'm not saying that she can't lose it because she can, but I just think give her a victory, maybe overtime, maybe make her be the one to get the fall. But I don't know. I really don't know because part of me is like, well, all right, technically, Frankie Kazarian deserves another shot. Like, it'd be messed up if he don't get another shot. Sammy, on the other hand, I don't want him to challenge again. So that's why, again, I don't necessarily care. Either way, I have to make a pick, so I'm going with the men of the year. I guess that's what they are, men of the year.
They call them American Top Team. Whatever. I'm not gonna call them.
Yeah, let's say that American Top Team. Yeah, there you go.
So,
that's easy.
Scorpio Sky and the crew. I'm choosing them because I really want this Sammy thing to be over. Will I be wrong? Maybe. Will I?
Yeah, I think we both could be completely wrong, and it doesn't really matter because the TNT title picture is a mess. I hope we're right. And we can just move, and he can move on. But
I don't want. Moving on.
The problem is, I don't want Frankie to not get this shot. So I might switch my pick just for Frankie to get a shot. But
they're not doing it for Frankie. They're doing it for Sammy, and I'm tired of Sammy.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess they're doing it for both of them technically. But either way it goes, I don't know. That's a wash.
Frankie shouldn't have been included in that.
That match is a wash. I understand why he was included in that. Scorpio turned on.
They got issues together.
And I like Frankie's energy this whole time because he still don't like Sammy.
I mean, if they could have just had but Scorpio got to be involved if they're gonna put the TNT contendership on the line. It's a mess. All right, next up we got the Hardys versus the Bucks of Youth. And just a regular tag team match.
Yeah, I don't care. I know a lot of people probably I'm not even gonna say y'all surprised to hear that because I feel like you should be. It's gonna be fun. It might be some great spots. I'm not even gonna act like it'll be bad. It'll probably be a great time, especially for everyone who loves watching. The Bucks do their thing, and they're going against the Hardys, who we know track record does not need to, the track record don't even have to be brought up. They're one of the, if not the greatest, tag teams ever. So I'm going with the Hardys here for some reason. The only thing that's really pushing me that way is just because, the
Bucks won their last encounter.
No, it's not just because of the Bucks. I mean, that's the thing too. By the way, the reason why I don't care is because I've seen this match. This is the first time maybe in AEW, so it's a big deal for that brand, but it's not a big deal to watch them because I probably will be able to watch better matches from a few years back. But either way it goes, that's not a big deal. I don't want to harp on that because that's not really the main reason why this doesn't matter to me. They used the strength of both of their names to build this match, basically. Yeah. There's not really a lot of heat there unless you've been watching Being the Elite, basically, and listening to them go back and forth for weeks about it or whatever, in mostly funny situations, in my opinion. But anyway, the point I'm making about this is that I'm going with the Hardys. I feel like you give them this victory because the Bucks, as a tag team by themselves, they don't necessarily need to build up. They don't need it, in my opinion. Jeff and Matt necessarily probably you can make the case too for them not needing it.
They're a little rusty though.
But the problem is, they haven't necessarily teamed up in AEW a lot, and they have actually mentioned going after the tag championships. The Bucks, on the other hand, are just kind of like the foils here, if you see what I'm trying to say. They're just being the good old Young Bucks. We the best tag team with a measuring stick, whatever.
They're gatekeeping.
When you give they're kind of gatekeeping, exactly, kind of gatekeeping the division. That's what this storyline kind of feels like. So I think the Bucks should lose here, even though it's kind of funny to me saying that because the Hardys don't need to be put over. Like, they're the Hardys. You know what I mean?
I know.
So it's just tough. That's another reason why I just like, whatever. Because, like, you're going to win. The match will be fine. It'll be fun. Everyone will love it probably. But, whichever team win, are we really, is it hurting us or does it matter either way?
Nah.
That's the problem I'm having with the feud.
I get you. That's why I'm going to pick the Young Bucks because Matt Jackson is my favorite Matt. And it shows you that you really just, you can say anything and make a prediction with this match. Next up, we got the actual tag team title holders, Jurassic Express versus Ricky and Hobbs versus Keith Lee and Swerve.
Yeah. So this match is probably going to be awesome. I'm saying probably it's going to be awesome with those people involved. And the only thing I will say is that it just kind of hit me that the last time I was predicting these, I felt like Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus was in this same situation.
They were.
Only difference was it was Red Dragon and the Bucks.
Yep.
So that's the only thing where it's like, okay,
they added
not
some
creative much. Yeah, you added added a little color to the feud, but other than that, nothing. Other than that, nothing is really different from the last big tag title match blow off. So the tag division, they're obviously running out of creativity when it comes to the top of it. I'm saying the top of it because the tag division itself is pretty good if you go all the way down. But like especially with FTR and what they've been doing. By the way, not on this card after all this awesome wrestling they've been doing. I know they was in the Owen Hart tournament. I get it. But man, like FTR not on this card. Anyway, besides that, I just can't pick any of the other teams that's not the champions because they are literally in a blood feud with each other. Yep. It was kind of the same thing with Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. They weren't really in a feud yet, but they were obviously having problems going into the match. There you go. And Jungle Boy and them was able to pick up the pieces and win it. Also, I just don't necessarily know if, especially in Strickland and Lee's case, is it time for them to be tag champions right off the bat? They just got into the top 5, which I don't even necessarily know how that happened, even though they only had like 4 or 5 matches together.
It's controversial.
But, we know how the rankings work. You put whoever up there you want. We know how it goes. But maybe the only case you can get me to believe for these title changes is if you're telling me they're going to give it to Ricky and Will. But again, the timing with them still feuding with Lee and Strickland, You know what I mean? Do you just you make them hand over the belts and just push Jurassic Express out the way so those two teams can actually feud over the title? I don't think that's the right move. You know, I don't think that's what you should do. Even though I love those two teams. So either way it go, I'm going with Jurassic Express here. I could not work out a scenario other than Ricky and Will winning.
Yeah.
But even in that scenario, what you do next kind of is like, okay, really, this is what we're gonna do. So I'm going with Jurassic Express.
Yeah, I agree. Usually I'll be all for Ricky and Hobbs winning.
Yeah.
But they just cancel each other out. It's that double negative situation.
Literally, that's the exact same word for word what I said about the Bucks and Red Dragon. You cancel each other out. Therefore, the team that's not in a feud will continue to maintain their focus and win their belts.
Which is really unfortunate for Jurassic Express. I remember in the early days when Christian wasn't involved. They had a lot of love from the fans.
They still get love.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Mostly it's a reaction to the song.
That's not love.
And they love Jungle Boy.
Cheap pop.
But that's not pop. Yeah, but I see what you're trying to say. I don't think they're to blame though.
No. It's not them.
It's the situation.
It's just the fact that as tag team champions, this is the situations that they've been put in. Even though we've been waiting for them to be tag team champions for a while.
Well, the thing is, once the Bucks left the tag belts, the stories left. Or like once Kenny and Hangman left, so far it seems like the actual storyline, like ever since Jurassic Express has got over that mountain, the storylines over the tag titles have let them down.
Yes.
Now, the matches have been fine.
Storylines
not so much.
I want Jurassic Express to win strictly so that Private Party can get a shot, and then I want Private Party to win because we know Private Party.
They are jobbers.
They
have been getting decimated. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before you get them up there.
I still have faith in my boys though.
I'm just saying they're gonna need a lot of favorable booking down the line, and I don't know, something's gonna have to change. It don't take much. Right now they are jokes.
It don't take much to get in the top 5. All right, next up we got Anarchy in the Arena.
I think they were up there and got knocked down at one point. But anyway.
We won't talk about that. Anarchy in the Arena. We've got Jericho Appreciation Society versus I don't know what to call them. Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, the fight, the Blackpool God damn it, the Blackpool Combat Club. I don't know why I'm about to call them the Blackpool Fight
Only
Club.
One of them is from.
I wanted to call it the Fight England. Club, and no, neither of them. None of the people who actually fighting in the club. None of the people who actually do combat in the club from Blackpool. But yeah, no, it's definitely all about where Regal is from.
Jericho's losing.
Yeah, I think he's a wizard. It's all great. I love it. I've been loving it. I told you guys a few weeks ago. I don't know why he was doing it. I love it. The delivery. I don't know what it is.
He sways
a psychopath. That's what Chris Jericho is, and I love every second of it. How crazy his character is basically a Karen. I'll never forget him screaming at the security. I'm gonna call HR. Oh my God, the way he screamed about it. Anyway, go. Jericho's great. Yes, he swayed me, but I wasn't surprised. I told you, the way he does things like that when it comes to his names or catchphrases, he will get it over. Whether you like him or not, Jericho's gonna get it over. Like that, I'd never take that away from him. I like the Wizard stuff. Part of me thinks JAS will win, but I don't think you give the Blackpool Combat Club a loss. And then I think Eddie, he burned Eddie's face. Got to get some measure of revenge.
Cried.
Now, what is the spot that is going to be the thing that settles all of this? That's what I'm interested in. But yeah, I'm going with Kingston, Ortiz, Santana, and the club.
I agree, mostly because Jericho has a terrible track record with these things.
Yeah, that's true. He usually initiates it or like instigates the problem to this point, and then he falls. That's usually what happens. Gets the heat up here, and then lose the big match.
It's a different faction though. This ain't the same faction.
That's the one argument I was thinking about for maybe them winning. The one argument is they're relatively new in this position. Like, for example, before the Inner Circle started to lose more or give up a little bit more ground, even though they kind of rarely lost once they turned babyface. If you see what I'm saying, was they, had established themselves as a top faction already. Then they started to kind of put over people or, put over the Pinnacle, for example.
I don't know. These sports entertainment got.
I don't know what's gonna happen here.
Gotta take the fall.
That's the one thing right there. That's the story. They're sports entertainers. This is pro wrestling. AEW has been staunchly a pro wrestling company. They've made sure to highlight this is professional wrestling. So to let the people who call themselves sports entertainers go over at your big anniversary pay-per-view, 3-year anniversary pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, not happening, right? Pro wrestlers gotta win.
Yeah, I agree. Then we've got Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho.
This show is gonna be
for
long as hell.
The women's Owen Hart tournament final.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are not happy with either one of these people being in here. I've seen a lot of people say they wanted Storm versus Statlander, even though Statlander wasn't originally in that role. But I would like to think that if Sheeta stayed healthy, they would have, it would have been the same thing for Sheeta. No, not only that she would have lost, but I'm saying they would have rooted for Sheeta against Soho because it just felt. Now, to be fair, that promo Statlander gave on Rampage before her match was awesome. I can see how it kind of swayed everybody to be like, no, she 100% right. She been here from day one. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Suffer the knee. I get it. And maybe it wouldn't be completely the same because Sheeta did have that long championship run already. So maybe that did kind of Ruby a disservice putting her in the ring with somebody like Statlander because I hated to see her get booed. But this is tough. This one and the matter of fact, go ahead. Go to the next one. Go to
it's the next match.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole.
Because they're in the same category. It's really tough for me to do this without thinking about the other one, especially if you do Britt Baker. If Britt Baker wins, how could they not make it Adam Cole and Britt Baker, right? And if they don't do that, if they mix it up, one wins, one loses, whatever it is, I just don't necessarily know where do they go. I don't know how they book these tournaments, honestly, when it comes to who's here and who's not. I understand giving Adam Cole and Samoa Joe this spot, though they're gonna kill it. It's just when you win, who wins? I don't necessarily even know what they're getting either. What is the goal of this other than you won the first annual Owen Hart Cup? You keep saying that.
No, just a title, winner.
All right, okay, that's what I'm saying. So if you're just gonna be the winner of the Owen Hart Cup, and it doesn't really necessarily get you something, how do I necessarily predict it? I don't know.
Well, will this for Adam Cole and Samoa Joe, because he's the ROH television champion, yeah?
Yeah.
If Adam wins, would this set him up to challenge Joe for that title? No?
I doubt it.
Wow.
It may be, but I doubt it. I don't necessarily know if they care about it to that extent. Maybe, but if that's the reward, you win the Owen Hart Cut and your reward is
that you already
beat. Yeah, you fight the person you already beat for the television title now. Again, that's my point. I don't know. So I'm just gonna go with oh my goodness, this is tough.
I'll let you say it and I'll say what I'm gonna say.
Oh man. I honestly don't know. I really don't. This is tougher than I give AEW their props because I do like that. I'm not sure. But
you're not being sure is for a different reason than
this is not the usual not sure. Yeah. This is not the usual anybody can get it. It's the what happens after this. Is this about imagery? Do we just want to say Britt Baker and Adam Cole, power couple, took home both tournament titles the same, you know what I mean? The same night? Is that the story we're trying to tell here? Do you want to do some more Joe and Ruby Soho and then get the okay, well, there you go, ex-WWE guys. Or whatever, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm sorry, you're gonna get it.
Gonna get that anyway.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it either way with that one. You're right, but I guess to some extent they've already kind of accepted Adam Cole a little bit better. But either way, it doesn't matter. Maybe they haven't because again, that's why people like me was rooting for Darby to get in because you wanted an original to get in, at least have a shot to win it.
Something
in that spot because at least Britt Baker has a shot. She is an original. Ruby's promo swayed me. I'm going Ruby Soho.
And the other one?
Damn it, man. Because I just don't.
You just gonna give it to Adam?
I don't want to give Samoa Joe and Soho it. But I guess that's the way you should go because I don't necessarily know if Adam Cole and Britt doing both of those people in that spot would be the right move either. Yeah, I'm going with Joe.
Well, I don't think
Ruby Soho and Samoa Joe.
I don't think Ruby's gonna win, so I'm gonna go with Britt there.
I'm with you, but her promo at the end reference, maybe they are trying to give her this moment back because she did lose in that big title match spot to Britt Baker.
That's fair.
And she was literally the butt of jokes in catering and all that. It was funny to me they were booing the hell out of that girl when a lot of these people were online freaking pissed that she hasn't been on television. And then she gets to this spot in the tournament and now she's getting, booed basically. As a matter of fact, I don't know Sunday, are they going to be cheering Ruby or are they going to be cheering Britt? Because that may mean something. It may change the finish on the fly. I don't know. Again, you can look at this as a good thing that I can't predict this. You can look at it as a bad thing that I can't predict this. I am perfectly fine with leaving it at that. I'm say Joe and Soho, and we're just going to move on. Because I can't, I don't know. If it goes the other way, cool. If it don't go the other way, cool. If it mixed match, cool.
I was thinking Britt and Adam mostly because Joe got that stuff going on with them people. And
that's a great point. Oh, yeah, Jay Lethal and them definitely. Yeah,
but,
that's a great point.
they're banned from ringside, but that doesn't mean that Red Dragon's banned from ringside. So
that's fair, too.
I'm going with Adam on that one. Next match is MJF and Wardlow. Ugh.
Adam Cole winning is a safe bet, actually. It really is a safe bet. I told you, I don't know nothing. But anyway, you don't have, this one is easier. I wish you started with this one. Wardlow is winning.
In the order.
Wardlow is winning. We can just skip over. It's been a great story, best storyline. I think if you go top to bottom, probably since best storyline on the card easily.
Years Wardlow, in the making.
Yeah, years in the making.
We've been rooting for this for a while.
We all know how this is ending. Wardlow is gonna powerbomb the hell out of MJF. He's probably gonna do it more than 4 times too. So
Max is getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, it's over. We know that. That one again. I wish you started with that one. I know you was going in the order of the the list, but I'm just saying.
I know. I feel like MJF and Wardlow is a weird for a singles match. It's just a singles match to be placed this far down the card. It's a great story.
Yeah, but it deserves it. I was about to say it's a better story than most. Every match you listed up there, a lot of the matches have little to no story.
That's true.
So
that's true.
It deserves to be down there.
Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb.
Yeah, a story that has been kind of clunky at times, but at the same time, I love Thunder Rosa's fire. No way she's losing here. It's too early in the reign. I love Serena in the ring. I love what she's been doing for a while now with this heel character, but there's no way. I'm going with Thunder Rosa.
I agree with Thunder Rosa. I get the story now. Like I told you the other day, it started off with both competitors respecting each other or showing respect, and then it just devolved as the weeks progressed. Like Serena became more disrespectful, and Thunder Rosa in turn was like, okay, you wanna take what respect I had for you and throw it to the side, then we can get disrespectful.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's also Serena has been disrespected for many years. So that's the element of it.
That's
She's
the
sick of being
overarching.
disrespected.
That's the overarching theme with this feud. It's respect and disrespect, and what one person feels like they deserves.
Right. One person feel they deserve to be champion, and one want to defend it.
And yes, basically. Yeah. All right. So Thunder Rosa for the win. Then we got Adam Page versus CM Punk.
Yeah, this is tough. This is one of those things like I didn't necessarily know like if they're gonna go with CM Punk turning heel. I saw a great little point. Somebody was like, yeah, turn him heel here, win the title, have a little summer Punk, or maybe have someone dethrone him, whatever. Have another nice little callback to the summer Punk many years ago. But I don't know. I'm going with Hangman Page. His impassioned speech, his just how much he wants to defend his company from someone like CM Punk. And the teases of Punk turning heel, or the teases that Hangman has been heel, whatever, however you want to look at what's been going on, the story is it's like it can be over your head a little bit if you don't necessarily know what's going on. They've been very subtle in what they're doing here, and I think the match is gonna be cool. Part of me is worried because CM Punk said he's gonna make sure that Paige shakes his hand, so I don't know if it's gonna be, he's gonna get cheated, and then he's gonna shake his unconscious hand at the end, or if it's gonna be how I'm hoping and how I predict it'll go down. Hangman and CM Punk have a great match. At the end, Hangman has nothing else to do other than celebrate his victory, but has to finally offer that hand to shake to CM Punk, and then that's when CM Punk takes him out, kicks him in the head, go to sleep, whatever. The thing is, it's Double or Nothing. Do you end the show like that? That's probably the only thing taken away from that moment. But I was thinking maybe it goes like that. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But I'm going with Hangman Page. He's the champion. I don't think you take it off him yet. You give him this victory over CM Punk. And then I think it forces CM Punk to let go of this facade of, hey, you know, everywhere. So far in CM Punk run, it's been a nice little tour. He's coming out.
Shaking hands.
He's kissing babies. He's screaming with the people and all. And everyone knows CM Punk can be a bastard. Like a really, really, like a terrible person as a heel. We know it's coming. So I just think so far he's been on this nice, the comeback tour is finally starting to wear off a little bit, if you see what I'm saying. And not that he's still not going to get chance everywhere he go and all that. I'm not meaning it that way. I'm just saying he's been riding this wave for a while now. And if the wave that he's been riding does not get him the title, it's time to flip the switch. So I think CM Punk turns heel and win the championship if he does it. I don't. If he does do it here, he's going to turn heel and do it. And I think, personally for me, I would wait to make that move. I wouldn't give Punk this spot right now. But, you know, I don't necessarily know the mind state behind whether or not it's time to do it or not.
I get what you're saying. I agree. I think Hangman is gonna win. I think this is a multi-pay-per-view feud. I don't think that this ends at Double or Nothing. Like you said, Punk is gonna turn heel, and then we actually get the kickoff of the real feud. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, that's fair. This could just be the first match in a series of matches, but I still think right now Hangman has to keep the belt.
Yes, yeah. I agree.